A beautiful weekday morning here, early September. Not a lot of people coming to the lake. People back in school, back to work, summer vacation's over. I think I'm only the second truck at the boat ramp, but it's still summer, still hot. Gonna be hot today, in the 90s. Beautiful sunrise coming up over the water. Gonna go out and do most likely some drifting, but I don't really know. The wind's dead calm. I may go anchor up somewhere and see if I can find some fish. It's been up and down with the bite lately. Some good days, some bad days. Fished a tournament recently. Buddy invited me to fish last minute. He needed a partner. Fishing was miserable. But we get 57, 58 boats. Somebody will always find them. So, but yeah, it's been up and down. So I'm gonna go give it a shot, see what's going on. Try a new bait. I say a new bait. It's not a new bait. It's a bait I use now and then. Just hadn't used it recently. And that's largemouth bass. I got one I caught the other day when I was fishing. Hit a cut bait and kept it. It's a smaller one. And I'm gonna use it for bait. I have to stay on the North Carolina side. It's legal in North Carolina. It was caught legally. It's legal size. But I have to stay in North Carolina. You can't use them in South Carolina. So gonna give that a shot today. Spending my live well at home for a couple of days. I'm gonna use it before it dies, and let's go see if we can catch them. There you go, guys. That water temperature's back up to what it was late in the summer. It ain't fall yet. So yeah, the way the law works in our state, you can keep 2 bass of any size. It's fairly liberal on that end. It's a 5 fish limit. I think it's 14 inches. All I ever keep are small ones. What got me started doing it was striper fishing. On Lake Norman, we would catch spotted bass. And a lot of the guys up there that are chase bass tell me, keep every one. They said there's too many of them. I started using those for bait, especially in the wintertime. Started catching a lot of catfish on them, a lot of good catfish on them. Catfish loved them. At least they do in the wintertime. That's what got me started using bass. And you know, it's a great bait. I don't use them that often, but if I come across one and it's legal, sometimes I'll use it. It just depends on the time of the year. Depends how much bait I got too, quite honestly. But in North Carolina, you have to catch them on rod and reel first of all, and they have to meet those creel requirements, which means if you have 5 of them and they're all legal, you can't use one and then catch another one. So you have to obey the law. It has to meet the length limits, and you have to be able to prove that and justify that. That's why I leave the carcass intact, so you can see the length of the fish, which, dealing with the way the law's written, you know, you can have, you know, 2 any size, but I do it just to keep it legal and or fish with the entire carcass. So it's kind of the way the law's set up. Check your laws in your states. It's not that way everywhere. A lot of states, most states, you can't do that. Right across the line in South Carolina, you can't do that. All right, folks, this is my 3rd spot that I'm dragging baits through. The first place I hit this morning, I anchored up for about an hour and never caught a fish. I drifted the same area, never had a bite. Came down the lake, totally different area. Never had a bite in that part. So what I did was here, made a kind of a different swing, got away from the main river channel, came up into a major creek. I'm making a long drag through here. If I don't put fish in the water or put fish in the boat, the fish stay in the water is the better way to put it. I'm gonna pull the plug on this. It's tough fishing. The other day we fished a tournament this weekend. It was equally bad, and this is what some of the fishing looked like then. All right, guys, that was fish number 3. And that one fooled us. That even fooled me. That rod went over good. But when you hook them in the back and you're dragging them in from the back, that'll happen. Well, as you can see, the one glimmer of hope we had for a big fish was actually a channel cat that was hooked through the back. How that happens, I don't know. especially with the circle hook. But it is what it is. The fishing was bad, and the fishing's bad here again today. The water's a little bit cooler where I'm at now, but I was just in some 91-degree water. The power plant on the lake is discharging hot water, so it was hot up there. Decided to get away from that. It's still not cold. This is summertime temperatures. 87-degree water is summertime temps, and the fishing is just not good. Yeah, when you cover this much water without even a bite, something's up. Maybe nighttime fishing. I don't have the opportunity to fish at night right now, so I can't really try that out. But you fish when you can, and you take what the lake gives you. Guys, I made a long pull. Not even a bite, not even a sniff. Probably go home with a big old 0 today. A big old skunk. Won't surprise me a bit. It's bad fishing. And I'm not giving it much longer. I'm not giving it a full day and a full effort out here. When it's this bad, I'll just punch it in and head on out. But that's fishing. You fish when you can. All right, guys, made a long pull up in this creek, and I've not even had a sniff, man. It's bad. Probably gonna go home with a big old skunk today, and that's okay, because I ain't staying out super long. When the fishing's this bad, it's this hot, we've got a real big spike in temperatures. We're about 8 degrees above normal. It's just not worth it. It's not fun. I got some other stuff I can work on. I got some other fishing videos I can work on from home, and that's what it is, though. You know, though, you fish when you can, and you catch them when they want to eat. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, and here are a couple of more videos that I think you're going to like.